Hello, hello. Sorry, fixing camera. I moved it a bit. Hello, everybody. My name is Juniper Bloom Mystique. Make sure my volume's working. Make sure I got everything right. Looks like it is. Awesome. So, I am an Ascension Master, Master Healer, and Divine Guide. I am the one who brought about the Ascension. Okay, all of this has been witnessed, recorded, and proven over my channel over the last 3 years. So that is who I am. What is up? Today, I am doing a live animal hearing. Hearing? Yeah, wait. Let me get my words right. A live animal healing. Okay. As an Ascension Master, Master Healer, and a Divine Guide, I do healings all the time. Okay. What is up, Lisa? Whoop, whoop. Sweet. I got you just since you're becoming 2 today. So if anybody wants a healing for their animal, I do that too. As a Master Healer, I do them just as I do people. There is no difference. The only difference is their anatomy, and their little personalities are so freaking cute. I love it. And really, that's it. So I do enjoy doing these. My website is much more expensive, and so I offer the donation-based opportunities every now and again. So I'm honored to do them. Our fur babies are our family, or maybe they don't have fur, right? But our animal babies are also our family. So it is important to me. The reason I started doing these was during the twin flame journey of mine. When my original DM, because I have 2 if you watch my channel, hurt me really badly, my dog just knew. Like, she tried to tell him no, she tried to yell at him, and then she ended up laying on top of me like all night long. And so you realize how connected and special animals really are, right? They're so special. They're so connected to us. They're so connected to the energy of God, right? They're pure. And that is why they're therapy animals. They're so smart. They're so good at our companions. You know, sometimes if I didn't have my angel, I don't know where I'd be, right? So I'm honored to do these. That is when I actually started deciding I could heal animals too. So welcome, welcome. I do have Lisa here. I will be healing her dog today, and I have another one. Jacinthe should be coming as well. They already put donations in, and it is first come, first serve. So Lisa will be first. Just making sure Jacinthe didn't message me or anything like that. So sorry I was a couple minutes late, but I am here, yo. I am here. So I'm honored to be here. So very much so. Take a drink of my coffee. I thought I had water, and then we're going to get started. Also, the way I work, Lisa's very familiar with how I work. Some people are not. I don't like questions. I don't ask questions. I don't want to know anything about your fur baby or you. When I go into healing sessions, I feel like so many people are used to trying to give their information. I stop that right away. I'm like, nope. Because when you're truly able to read the energies, or you allow yourself to be a pure channel, you should be able to get all that information, right? And validations within that are key to healing. So I think that's also very important. When I do animal healings too, I love how the personalities come out. I did one time, and like, you find out what the animals really like. It's really funny. This one animal, and I can't remember who it was, but it mentioned like headphones, like music. So animals are more in tune than you would think. They really, really, really are. So, welcome. There were a few more people here, and then they leave. People do that. Although YouTube lies to me all the time. But even if you just want to watch. It's pretty amazing stuff, So I was just going to give it a minute and see if Jacinthe shows up. She is in Canada. How is your day going so far, Lisa? I'll give you that question really quick. I see you just posted a picture of him. Yeah. Good. Awesome. Awesome possum. I've been having really weird dreams about the God portals. Aw, so sweet. So I just want to throw that out there. The DM is like needed big time, but they're supposed to open up big time. So we'll see what that means. I don't know. All right. Well, I don't see Jacinth coming yet. We're already 9 minutes into 11 a.m. So I'm sure she will as soon as she can because she did donate. There she is. I knew it. What up, Jacinth? Good morning. Good morning. Woohoo. Yep. So we have got both of you here. We're going to do Lisa's first, and then we will do Jacinth's little baby. I'm assuming they're both doggies, right? Unless there's a new animal Jacinth has she wants me to look at. But either way, we're going to go ahead and get started, okay? So thanks for joining me today. Thanks for being here. It's a little hot. For those who don't know, I may burp. I don't mean to be rude. It's a releasing. Okay, that's what I thought it was. Just saying. Okay. So your animal, again, doesn't have to be with you. Just the intention through you. Okay, that's kind of how I do things. All right. So I am setting up a bubble. I'm just setting up a bubble with the intention of highest light in and highest light out only because Spirit's wanting me to do that. So that is what I'm doing. For Lisa's baby, I have to call in the direction of the east, and I'm not sure why. So I'm kind of even imagining turning your dog to the east. I've never done this before, but that's what Spirit's wanting me to do. So I'm literally in the energy turning your baby to the east. Oh. And I'm going to begin drawing up the light from the ground up into his feet, into his paws, into his legs, into his hips. So I'm drawn immediately to his thyroid and then to his like liver and kidneys. Mm-hmm. And I do, like, I'm tuning into the genetics. So there's a few things running through my head here, okay? So just bear with me. I'm going into the thyroid. I feel like his thyroid is enlarged. Mm-hmm. So I'm drawing up light into his thyroid. It is enlarged and it's quite mucousy. And so I'm trying to figure out why, but I'm just going to start healing it. It doesn't feel good. So I feel like I can't swallow. Oh. Forgive me. I don't feel good at all. Like I feel very nauseous. Oh my God. And then his pituitary gland. So then I'm drawn to his pituitary gland. There's a tumor. So I see a tumor about the size of like a peanut. I guess that's the best analogy I've got. It's like the size of a peanut on his pituitary gland. So he is prone to these. This is in the genetics trait that he has. His breed, he's just prone to these. Some breeds are like labs as well. But I feel like his geneticism detects that he is prone to having tumors. It's not on the thyroid, it's on the pituitary gland, but it's causing his hormones to be out of whack as well. It's new. So he, like I said, being prone, they can come up like that and they can grow quite quickly. But so with animals, they're just like people. So one thing affects another, affects another, affects another. And the thyroid is affecting everything else, which is everything else is affecting the thyroid, which is affecting the pituitary gland, which kind of sparks these to come up. Boom, like that. They can come up quickly. And then I'm drawn into his tail. So into his tail. I don't know if his tail was broken. And to the tail. So in the tail, it's like a crink. I don't know if it accidentally what happened here, but there's a wound that I have to heal within that area. Almost like the door slammed it or it got like chopped off. And I hate to say that, but I just have to heal that area. I can only go with what I see, and that's just kind of the injury type area that I see there. Okay. So they want me focusing on the back side. So I'm going to draw up light through his back legs and go to his hips, his liver, and his kidneys. And then again, the thyroid and the pituitary gland, I'm still working on. So I'll go back and forth. With his liver and kidneys, there's enzymes in there. And then I feel like my intestines are bloated. And then I'm also drawn into his left lung. Smoke exposure. It hurts. My left lung. There's some smoke inhalation here. It hurts. It like actually hurts deep down into my left lung. Back to his pituitary. Sorry, guys. I know it's gross. I'm sweating so bad too. Like, oh my god. Oh. Oh my goodness. So he's uber sensitive. His skin is very, very sensitive. It's sensitive to sunlight. It's sensitive to heat, like too much heat exposure. He's very emotional. Very, very, very emotional. He reads your emotions. He knows when they're off before you do. When you're upset, he's upset. Like he gets lost. He doesn't know which way to go and he doesn't know how to help you. And this is how he feels. Like he will sit there and pace back and forth. Sometimes I feel like he's like, I'm trying to figure out how to help this situation. He feels the energies like crazy. He's very, 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 very in tuned. He does like car rides, but he gets off like, you know how you get like vertigo. What do they call that? Vertigo. So I feel like he does get a little bit dizzy a lot. He gets a little bit off. So just be mindful of that. Almost like, you know how their equilibrium might go south and they might get a little nauseous and things like that. I feel like a car ride makes him feel like he's extremely dizzy. Just he forgets his spatial orientation. Like sometimes I feel like I'm upside down rather than right side up. And this might just be part of his geneticism code. It might just be no, it's in the ear. I'm going to the ear. I'm going to the left ear. Almost like his cochlea is a little bit off kilter as well. Ooh, and it hurts. I'm jumping my tears so much. He's got a yeast infection. Sorry, guys. It's like deep in there, really deep down into the auditory canal. This was also like kind of associated with the pituitary gland and the thyroid and his lymph stuff. So I am doing a lymph drainage. Oh, and then there's like this yeasty type stuff in the ear canals. It affects both, but for some reason I'm on my left. I don't know if I'm mirroring or if it's his left for sure, but it hurts. Like it doesn't feel good. I hear like a lot of like muffled. You know how you talk in like a tunnel and it sounds like this a lot. Going back to the pituitary gland. So I'm going to take it off in layers with light. Take it off in layers with light. At the same time, I'm clearing the auditory canal. And my cochlea is damaged. I feel like he's had medications here and it's not helping. It damaged the cochlea. Right? Is that, I don't know if that's right. I'm just telling you what I'm getting. It hurts. It hurts. And I hear like a little tail like this. And that's why I feel really off and unspatial. And it also makes me nauseous. It also makes me not hungry. So I'm like starting to scrape out this stuff and it's yeasty. So it's like not like a virus, but like a bacterial infection. And so I'm cleansing that. And then I am going into his white blood cells. Count is high. And I'm also fixing that. So I'm going to go into his bone marrow and I'm going to scrape in the bone marrow so that way he can reproduce like a baby would, right? Like it's redoing it. His pH is high, but he's very sensitive. He's sensitive to everything. Oh, I'm getting so many chills. He's a lover, not a fighter. He doesn't like arguments. He doesn't like tension. He gets where he's like, I don't know which way to go. He doesn't know how to help you. Sometimes he feels helpless and that makes him feel lost. And he doesn't like that. But he's just, oh God, he's like an amazing dog. Like if he could be a person, he would. He does like music, but the ear thing is like really messing with him like this. And so things are irritating him more than you know. So I'm clearing that out. I am going to both sides, but the one side is worse than the other. And I'm hearing, why is he getting this so much? First of all, animals are prone to it because of the shape of their ears and the way that they are. So they're kind of like this cone shape, you know what I mean? And so it's really good at getting bacteria down in there. And it's not like they can stick anything in there or they can't tell us right away before it becomes something like this. And so it happens more than you would think it does. I think they just don't treat it right. Mm-hmm. So I'm cleaning out the ear canals, and then I'm also in the pituitary gland. So I'm taking it layer by layer. Again, this is a very small tumor. It is benign, okay? But he is prone to tumors. Like they can just pop up. But this one is definitely benign. So I don't want you thinking he's got cancer. I don't see that at all. But it will cause issues. He's full grown. If it had happened when he was growing, it would cause his growth to be off. But this can affect a lot of things. And then the thyroid. My thyroid is very still in like the enlarged thyroid. It hurts like really hard to swallow. If it hurts. So when I swallow, it feels like sandpaper. It doesn't matter what I eat. It doesn't matter what I eat. He's like you can feel what I'm like. I feel like he's like like you can feel what I'm doing. Like, what is happening? I just want to like play. Oh, he's a funny guy. Oh, and I have a headache. I don't know if you're aware that he gets headaches. That's part of what's been going on in his ear, his thyroid, his pituitary gland, all of that. I don't think you'd want to eat either if you were going through all that, right? And then the intestines are enlarged. So again, the whole system affects each other. If it gets mucousy here, it travels throughout the system. If we have a bacterial infection, the whole system responds to that bacterial infection, and it can begin to fight itself. And I'm like shaking my ear. I'm like, get it out of there. Like I can feel all this stuff coming out. Now I need to concentrate the light through the auditory canal. It's coming from the thigh. I feel like that's what, so the bacterial infection might also be affecting the thyroid. So his geneticism says he's prone to some health issues. I don't know if you're aware of that. I just want you being aware of that. He's so cute. I almost feel like he like prances, like doo, doo, doo. He's very proud. He's regal. That's a good word for it. He's regal. Yeah. Like I'm high end, bitches. Yeah. I'm high end kind of. Woo, woo, woo. He's cute. Back to the lung. So there was some smoke exposure, like if a fire was around and I inhaled that smoke just right, and it affected his left side more than the other. But I'm just removing all of that soot type stuff. It's like this soot type stuff that gets in there. These particles are like so small. Like you, even if you can't see them from the naked eye, they're there. So I feel like that's how small these ones were. So there was no way of knowing that this happened, but I do feel like it was in the air. So he's feeling dizzy from the work that I'm doing, and I have a headache. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to help a little bit. And then I'm back to the pituitary gland again. Again, I have to do this in very discrete layers, but with like a tumor and with, cysts and things, we got to make sure we get everything out. So with the light, that's what I'm doing. It's like I go outside of the area and I have to go underneath into the pituitary gland itself. And this was messing with his hormones, his ability to sleep, his ability to eat, his ability for spatial. And then the ear was really messing with his spatial. And all I could hear was like this. So like you call his name and he could hear you, but it's like this. And I'm just irritated. Like I'll like try to shake it off. I try to fix it. Okay, and then I feel like the cochlea. Sorry, it's damaged, so I have to fix the cochlea. Is that right? I don't know. And it hurts. Oh, I can feel the popping. I can feel the relief and pressure. So there's like mucusy. It's very inflamed and red. It's very irritated, and I might even cry a little. Like it hurts. Nice. Pituitary is feeling much better. I've got it all. And so I'm just shining light through the whole entire pituitary gland, and we're doing a hormone uptake. That was also part of the bone marrow scraping. Like his testosterone dropped and everything. Like he was having some issues here. I'm going back to the intestines and I'm running light through, getting rid of like the mucousy toxic waste that our body is constantly trying to fight itself right now. Because our body's smart, right? But it's not like general target area. It's like, let's just remove everything that might be like when we get a fever, you know how it's supposed to burn off all infection? It's kind of like that. Then my hip, I'm like kicking my leg. He's like, what is going on with me? You know, he has dreams like crazy, right? Like he has colorful, vivid. I don't know why they're showing me his dreams. His dreams are so colorful and so vivid, sweetheart. And he dreams of like being on the other side. So he's like running and playing, and he has like a friend over there. I don't know what that means, but there's somebody on the other side that he goes and plays with. I feel like this is another animal. He dreams very colorfully and very vividly. I've never seen a dog's dreams before. I've always wondered. That's really cool. Like playing, and he'll like run on clouds. Like it's pretty cool. Why he likes hot tubs, I don't know. He literally likes warm water though. Feels really good on my paws. Really good on my paws. Just the warm water. Oh, so good. Like I like the water running on my paws. It actually feels really good. My thyroid, back to the thyroid. So I'm taking off that last how do I explain what it is? It's making it enlarge. It's like this mucousy, toxic waste type stuff. And I feel like I'm just wagging now. I'm wagging my tail. Like I'm feeling, I can tell something's happening to me. My ear, it's feeling much better. I'm going to draw some more concentrated light through there. Like a blue light I'm going to use. And then I'm going to put some protection. So they want me putting protection around the pituitary and the thyroid. His thyroid is permanently damaged. I can't shrink it all the way, but I would say it's like 90%. It's good. Like it's as much as I could do. So there is somewhat of like a slightly larger thyroid than usual. But it's okay now. That's how I feel. This would throw the metabolism off, and it could throw it off either way. So it could be hyperactive or slow, hypo. And so it just depends on him. It does go both ways sometimes. So I'm also slowing that down. I'm just calming it down and then putting protection around it. And then I'm also drawing this light through the lungs, especially the left one. And so you know those little feelers on our lungs that exchange carbon for oxygen? It's like they take in the carbon and we take in what we need, we produce what we need, and we release what we need. They were kind of like that's the best way I can describe it. Not working properly. And then my lung is a little inflamed, so I'm just calming that down itself. And I can see his heartbeat right by his lung. I can actually see inside. I can see his spinal column, and then I see his shoulders, his paw arms. We would call them our arms, and then his heart, and then I see his lungs, and that's what I'm seeing. I'm literally seeing inside of his body, his rib cage, and I could see his heart. His heart is nice and healthy. It's like da-dum, 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 da-dum. And I'm drawing light all the way through his lungs. Liver and kidneys. I'm going to draw some light through and remove the toxins out of his liver. His liver is a little bit necro, so it's a little bit hard. I think this is just his age, normal for his age. So I'm just going to soften it a little bit. So he also stresses a lot when you stress. So when you stress, he stresses. He doesn't know how not to. He stresses 10 times more because he wants to help you. He wants to help you. He wants to be that one, but he doesn't know how all the time. He's limited. God, I can't even imagine just having pause and not being able to speak. He does the best that he can, but it stresses him out really badly, like really badly. And then it affects his whole entire system. So you know how as people we hold stress in certain areas in our body? He holds stress too. He holds stress in like his chest area. He holds stress in his throat. I could imagine if he can't speak, right? And then he holds stress in his lower extremities. But that makes sense for a dog because their tail is representative of their emotions in a lot of ways. So that actually makes sense to me. My ear is weird. So it was like this for like ever, and now I feel like it's super sensitive. So I would avoid loud things for today if you can, because it's super heightened. It's super sensitive. Like I can hear better now, but it's still like amplified. I am going into his brain. I can actually see his brain, the way their brain is, like his brain and his skull. Did you know that animals can get Alzheimer's? So that's actually what I'm seeing here. So he has a precursor for that. I had no idea that animals can. I need to look that up. Can animals get Alzheimer's? Would they even know? Because I'm like going in here and there's something to do with like the glucose in the stem of the brain where it is produced or transferred or whatever it does. Like our body changes chemicals and we use them for what we need them for. And I don't know why I hear a car alarm. Sorry, in my neighborhood. But okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. So I'm helping him deal with the glucose properly. I've never done this before, so I can only tell you what I'm seeing. But I literally see his brain, and you know how they have like this matter in it, like the gray matter, whatever you call it, and then I could see like all of the intricate little woven things of our brain. And then I could see like the tissues. There's all these tissues. And then down here at the bottom, there's all these like connections right at the stem of our brain. And up in there, like the amygdala or something like up in there is where it will exchange the glucose. And he has an issue with that. So I'm healing that. And it is a precursor for Alzheimer's. This is what causes Alzheimer's. So our brain breaks down the ability to do what it needs to do, essentially. He's not there yet, but this is like a precursor. And I had no idea that dogs could get Alzheimer's. I don't know. How would we know? They might just get like a little out of it, but how would we know? And now they want me to run light through the whole entire system one final time before I am done with him. He says you worry a lot. We got to both calm that down, Mom. Like, goose fraba. He prefers like steak. He's like, I like soft foods, but I like steak. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy. That's the personality. He likes meat. He likes the protein in the meat. He really likes that. All right. So I am going to remove my energy from your baby. He's so lovey and sweet. I love this dog. Aw. Just like a goofy boy, like him play. Squirrel. He's so cute. He's like, I would chase squirrels all day if I could, but I get dizzy. All right. Oh my goodness, you guys, like the tears were flowing out of my face. That was a rough one. Sorry about all that. What a beautiful baby. Some things felt familiar, but again, healings happen in layers just like people. So we can go in one session and do one thing, and that's what allows us to do another next time. And that's just how it is. We are so layered beings, emotionally driven, right? Let me readjust before I can move on to the next. Oh gosh, man, that was a little rough on me. I was gagging. I'm sure it's not attractive. I'm so sorry. Wow, I will recap here shortly. So much. Yeah, that was a lot, right? I never know what's going to come through. I never know. I just do what they guide me to do. What was the thing I was curious about? Alzheimer's and animals. Don't mind. I kind of want to look that up. Can animals get Alzheimer's? Okay, they can develop. I'll say so. One thing says no. One thing literally says many publications consider Alzheimer's to be exclusive to humans. Then it says it can hurt to watch your pet suffer and change. Sadly, dogs can develop Alzheimer's disease as they age. So I guess they can. I've never. So some don't even realize that, but squirrels, monkeys, vervets, apes, and even dogs. So they're spared a lot of the other symptoms that people deal with. But they do. Wow, I learned something. So it's similar. So they call it CCDS. It's a brain disorder akin to Alzheimer's disease. It's most often seen in dogs older than 9 years of age. They first noticed small changes that they may attribute to normal aging. So I was right. That's kind of cool. Right? All right. And we just got another donation. So I'm just acknowledging that. So Jacinta's up next. Oh, I didn't know that, Lisa. We learned something today because of your doggy. I did. I don't know about you, but I had no idea. Man. So over the age of 9. And I felt that. I felt like it comes usually in like an older age setting. And it had to do like with the glucose production or lack thereof, or synthesis, like what is the word they use for changing? I don't know what our body does to change things into something that we need, but it was like lacking that. That was really cool. Aw, what's his name? Goose. I always forget it. Goose. That was so cool. Thank you, Goose. Aw, what a beautiful fur baby. And the fire. Weren't you around all that smoke or something like that? Where'd the fire come from? That's news to me too, Jacinth. I had no idea, but it's true. That's why I love doing these things. And I look him up afterwards and I'm like, oh, but I could actually see the inside of his body, which same with people. And it's really kind of a cool structure. He's very muscular right here. He's very cool. That was awesome. All right. Jacinth. You ready? Poor babies. We need to watch our fur babies. I didn't know they can get Alzheimer's. I wonder if sometimes that's why they'll like start just kind of getting forgetful, like I've seen dogs do that. It's hard to explain how that happens. How weird. Oh, that's sad to think that they can forget about us too and stuff. All right. Just saying. Bentley is ready. All right, Mr. Bentley. Is he about 13 years old now? I'm already feeling into him, and he's on his elder stage. Yeah, he definitely is. So, he's tired. Oh, 13 and a half. What did I say? 13? Okay. 13 and a half. All right, Mr. Bentley. He is tired, sweetheart. Right away I go in and he's just tired. He's he's tired. Something happened recently. Let me tune in more. I'm drawing the light up into his feet. I'm tired. Like, I'm just tired. Okay. Here's the thing. Okay. Hear me when I tell you, we all have a time to go. All right. I feel like he pushes really hard because he feels your emotions. Does that make sense? Like, you love this dog so much, you don't want him to go. So even when it is his time, I'm not saying that's today, but he will fight it tooth and nail for you. Ah, the chills. He knows you don't want to lose him. He knows to the core of him. Like, I know. Okay. So he is like trying really hard to hang in there, but he's tired. He's definitely tired. And so I'm drawing the light, and my shoulders hurt. Ow! Like, it hurts really bad. Ah! Ow! Oh. Ah! Like, my right shoulder, it just hurts really bad. And I did go under. Like, I see this thing around my mouth and this tube going into my throat, and I did go under. And I don't know if you're aware that his heart stopped for a moment during that. Ow! Ooh. I'd be careful with surgeries. His heart stopped for a moment, but he came back. He's a fighter. He's definitely a fighter. I'm a fighter. And he loves you. Oh my gosh. But I love the ground. I love the dirt on my feet, and I love going camping. Please, that's my favorite. I love the water. When you take me by the water and I can feel the dirt, and I love walking, and I love the birds, and I love all of it. And the sun feels so good. But it hurts to get up sometimes. And it hurts to get in the car. And I'm getting to where I don't want to get up too much anymore. So I need to draw the light up into his liver and kidneys. I'm drawing the light up into his liver and kidneys. Be very mindful of surgeries anymore. I don't know if he'll make it much through those. But I am drawing light up into his kidneys and his liver and up into my spinal column. So my spinal column hurts. So it's like right by the tail, and you go up a little bit further, and it hurts. There's a lot going on here. It's inflamed, a little slip dicky, that didn't sound right. Slipped disc like thing going on here. That was really bad. Sorry about that. It's very painful. It's very painful. Does he fall? I feel like I fell. I feel I fell and I hurt my hip. Like, my leg went out from under me. Like, I fell and I hurt my hip. And it hurts. It hurts. It hurts up into my spinal column. And you know how their legs are like whoop, and they go into their back? Am I doing that? It's like a leg goes up and then it's like whoop, like what would be our knee almost, and it goes into their back. It like tore something, like it doesn't feel good. So I'm having a harder time. You know how our reaction time are pretty quick. Like if we go to fall, we put our arms down, or just things like that. His reaction time is very slowed. So very slowed. So I would not be able to react in time for something. Then I'm drawn to his eyeball, a cataract in his eyeball. It's like when they start to look like that weird color, like in my eyeball, and I can't see clearly. I see mucky. I have some eyesight left, but it's murky. It's like murky and sunlight hurts it. They don't make doggy sunglasses. Maybe we should. Go do it, Jacinth. Make doggy sunglasses. Maybe they do. I don't know. I feel like he needs that. Like it hurts. And then I'm back to the shoulders. And it's mostly like in my bones. What's happening here, there's some stuff going on in my liver and my kidneys and things like that. And this is all, oh my God, my hair, age related. Very distracting. He's a fighter. He's fighting hard because he doesn't want to leave you, because you don't want to leave him. There are times where he's in both sides. I don't know if you're aware of that. He may look off like he's looking at something else, because he is. So there comes a certain time in our lives when we're a little young and we get older where we're like in between realms. We can still have the ability to see all realms, and he's doing that. So it may seem like he's losing his rocker a little bit, but he's not. He's here, he's present, but he can actually see things that are not there for our eyes. And my throat is tired. So even it's just tired. So what I'm doing is I'm drawing light into all these areas, and I'm healing, and I'm going to his heart. I got to go to his heart. I got to go to his heart. So his heart is so little. It's like fits in my hand right here. And there was some damage done. I feel like it was anesthesia related. I think I'm right. I don't know, right? I think he did have surgery. I do know that outside of this healing, but I don't put it together because I'm channeling. But I am going to say that honestly, right? I think he did have surgery, but there's like anesthesia damage in the heart space. I don't know what else to say other than it like slowed it down so much it stopped beating for a little bit. I don't know if they told you that. I don't know if you're aware of that, but he did. Like flatlined for a moment. And so I'm like literally massaging his heart. I have to cleanse this out of it. I have to cleanse this out of it. He did not react well to that. Did not react well to that. He's a fighter. He's not ready to go. Less travel for him is better. Okay? It hurts. It just hurts now. I'm old. I'm hurting. I don't have enough liquid in my bones, right? So you know how your bones start rubbing together feeling? It's kind of what I feel. My body just doesn't produce what I need anymore. My legs hurt. But I'm not ready to go. I'm not ready to go. And I get chills. Oh, the chills. Not until he knows you're okay. It's just not time yet. It's not ready. He says, I'm not ready to cross the rainbow bridge, Mom. That's what he called it. So I'm rubbing his heart. We're rubbing it out. I gotta get this out of there. It's like this yucky stuff. And then in his vena cava, like the ebb and flow is like, bleh. Some of it didn't quite, you know what I mean? It's like a pump. It's like an ebb and flow, and it should pump it out. And it's not properly doing that.
Grooming is the art and practice of cleaning and maintaining parts of the body.
Weird. Sorry. Alexa, off. I didn't talk to you. Yeah, they don't spy on us, do they? Weird. Sorry. Did I say that word? No, I did not. All right, I literally have to stop his heart for a moment, but I'm getting assistance from the angels so that like for him, it's like not stopping at all. Okay, I have to stop his heart for a moment. And it's almost like I don't want to explain this really well because it's kind of gross, but I gotta like I gotta squeeze it a little. And then like these things, like it's like a pump, and it was like backed up. I don't know what that means, but it's what I'm seeing. And then immediately started back up and get it to flow. I think you're worried about him like suffering. I don't think so. I think he'll be one that does pass into his sleep when it's time. Okay. But I'm helping his heart. I don't know why we put animals to sleep so much. They do go like we go, but I mean it's kind of weird to me. I don't know if it's like that or if he just goes to sleep one day. That's your choice. But either way, it will be sleeping. So I'm just looking at the heart. It's like making sure it's doing what it's supposed to do. Then I'm drawn to the tummy. I feel like I was on my back. And it hurt. There was some trauma there. He was actually a little traumatized. Like now I don't like loud noises. I don't want to go to the vet. Please don't take me. Kind of a feeling. I'm sure we would all have that feeling. Aw, he's the coolest little guy. He's a little guy. And he's so cool and he's so cute. And I can see him with his little harness on. And that's his favorite thing in life is being on the leash with you and sometimes running free, but like with the harness on and just walking with you. And he's dapper, right? Like I'm so proud. That love I provide my human, it's palpable. He's imprinted on you. It's palpable. Like, the only reason he doesn't want to go is because of you. And it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that you need to let him go. I'm saying that's the bond here. And he will be one that waits for you too. About that stuff so much. And I know it's very emotional, but it's a sense. But I want you to know there's beauty here within that. A good year. Just be careful, okay? Year and a half, maybe even more. Just be careful. I can't give you that time exactly. They wouldn't allow me to do that because we have a tendency to try to change things. But he will go when it's his time to go, but he's holding on right now. My feet hurt though. Like I'm sore, I'm tired, and I have a hard time getting up. And then I feel like I fell. My hip hurts. My hip bone hurts. I feel like I fell. Ow. It hurts. Ow. It hurts. Ow. It hurts. Ow. I feel like it twisted inside. Like it just twisted wrong. Like if our pelvis would be like, but it's different for dogs. It's not quite the same as ours for sure. It's quite different in that area. So it's hard trying to explain that other than you can visualize our pelvis and like that's the feeling I get with my hips. And then like my gallbladder, I got to go to his gallbladder area. Kidney stones? Dogs get kidney stones? Did you know that? I'm prone to kidney stones, he says, and it hurts. And then you know how people get what they call like gout, I think it is, but his like pH is like becomes acidic? That's going on. And then a little bit of diabetes. Can dogs get that too? What the hell? This is so intriguing. So there's a little bit of diabetes going on here too. So I'm in his livers and his kidney, liver, liver and kidneys, going into the liver. I got to go into the liver. I got to go into the liver. I need to scrape the liver. I need to scrape the liver. He's not producing enough insulin. And then there's gonads also. Gonads also. Kita anggoya iya, anggoya tia, anggoya undu aya umaya. It hurts. It hurts into my backside. Into my backside. It hurts. And I'm tired. I'm so tired. He's definitely not producing enough insulin. Why aren't they noticing that? Have they noticed that? They should notice that. I feel like they're missing something important here. The thing about doctors and vets is they rely so much on technology, they forget to use their own connection to the world. And technology is so behind in some areas. He was literally insulin deficient and it's killing his liver. When I got to scrape his bone marrow. I'm literally like lifting up his leg and I'm having to like, I don't know how to explain this. I have to move it. I'm like fixing a misalignment here. His gonads. So you know the places we filter toxins like appendix, gallbladder, lymph nodes? I have to clean all of those. But yeah, he's a fish kind of guy. Liver and onions. He really does like that kind of stuff. Liver and onions and fish. I mean, not like liver and onions, but it's like that kind of like liver, fish. He likes is another little guy, meaty, but like the fish side. So fish oil type stuff, that kind of stuff his body really does enjoy. Fish. Salmon. Please don't give me rice. I have to calm his energy. It's just like a soul bath. I don't know what else to say with that. Like we go into a spa and we get a massage. I'm kind of doing that to his soul. If that makes sense at all. If he was a person, he would need insulin injections. But that's what the doctors would say. I'm not saying that. I'm fixing it. So be careful with his treats that you give him, because I would diagnose him with diabetes, like if I was a doctor at this point. And so just make sure that they are more natural. Let me see here. You know those milk bones? I think those are the worst thing for him. They're showing me a specific type of treat, and it's in like a bag with like blue on it, like the lighter blue bags. They're like the more natural treats. You could do those types of treats. I don't know what I'm seeing, but that's what I'm seeing. That's how the bag looks. It's got like blue on it, and it's just more natural treats. They're not like the general shelf treats because those are filled with a lot of like yucky stuff, ingredients that are not so good, like red dyes, and even high fructose corn syrup type stuff. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes they just like to mass produce foods. And fish. I really like fish and salmon. Don't give him yogurt or anything like that. No cheeses. Nothing like that. If he ever gets any people food, it's fine. Just no cheeses. No milk products. Aw, he loves you so much. He just wants like I see him in your arms and like put his head down in your arm. Like just my safety zone, my comfort spot. So I don't know if he gets on your lap and he puts like his head down in your arm. So cute. Aw. Aw, my heart's like and then I see him stand up, like shake all I did off. Like, oh. I really do think they feel what I do. Oh, they do. That's what Spirit said. They feel what I do. And his nails hurt. Like even when you cut them, it hurts. So I don't know if they make like smaller nail. I don't know who does his nails. If they had like a smaller tool for like smaller nails, do it at a little more of an angle. Just different things like that. They even have those ones that'll like file them down. Maybe that would be better. He's just very sensitive. It hurts. But boy, does he love his walks when he can. He's a bird guy. His eye is better. It's aged. So 100% vision, no. I would say about 75. And then there's inflammation in the connections of the eye. So I'm just clearing that out. Again, like what they would call like air behind the eye. I don't know what that means. Oh, he's so cute. Oh. I'm just going to run some light through him as well. I don't know if you were aware his heart stopped. I didn't mean to make you emotional. He's okay. I feel there's just some emotions there, and I'm sorry if I delivered that news unexpectedly, but I just do what I see. I don't know. There's no guilt here. He's fine. So he says, no guilt needed, and I'm not ready to go. So otherwise, he would have then. I do see. So I'm getting a visual. I'm just going to tell you what I get. Otherwise, what's the point? So I see him laying in like this bed, and I see you like doing things like in the kitchen, dinner time. He loves that. He loves watching family time. He loves being a part of that. He loves dinner time. He just loves it. He just wants you to know he's happy. Feels very safe and protected with you. All right, I'm going to pull my energy out. His color of his urine might be funky after this because he was becoming insulin dependent. So he wasn't producing enough insulin. And I did a lot of cleansing on that whole area. Aww. You're so welcome. I'm just reading the comments. I'm catching back up. Let me go back up through here. But so watch his urine and his water intake. Okay, they want me to say that, Descent. And he could do probiotics, but if you ever did that, make sure you do it like a pill form. Do not give him any kind of yogurts or anything like that. He doesn't do well with dairy. Very much so fish type of a structured system, whereas the other baby was steak. And one is much harder to digest than the other. So it kind of gives you an insight into the way our systems work. And so I guess let's look that up too, because I didn't know if dogs can get diabetes. Let's see. Can dogs get diabetes? Yes, they can at any age. Commonly between 4 and 14 years of age, and mostly are diagnosed at roughly 7 to 10 years of age. Most diabetic cats are older than 6. Diabetes occurs in female dogs twice as often as male dogs. How can I tell if my dog has diabetes? Frequent urination, drinking more water than usual, excessive appetite, sudden unexplained weight loss. So yes, they can get that. I'm learning a lot today. I feel like I should be a vet. Jeez, this is so cool. I don't know this stuff. I didn't know dogs get Alzheimer's. I didn't know they can get diabetes because I've never had to deal with it. Ooh, that's a microphone. 11:11. Lisa says, yes, no rice. Goose faba. Yes, I think that comes from the movie Anger Management. Desane says, I'm learning so much. Yeah, and the vets don't tell us this shit. I mean, we can probably get pamphlets and stuff, but I feel like the vet missed some stuff. And did you know his heart stopped? I'm curious about that. And I did say to not give him rice. So that's why she said yes, no rice. So I'm sorry. When I'm channeling all that, my eyes are closed. Okay, no, it did. And I think they're well aware of that. So just kind of lets us know that maybe they don't tell us everything all the time. Ooh, kidney stones. I forgot about that. Let me look that up too. Can dogs get kidney stones? Yep. It's called nephrolithiasis. Nephrolithiasis? Kidney stones occur when dense deposits of minerals and salts from inside the kidneys naturally. When it comes to kidney stones in dogs, a buildup of the mineral calcium is likely to blame. Symptoms of kidney stones: vomiting, weight loss, depression, blood in urine, difficulty or pain urinating, recurring urinary tract infections, crystals evident in urine, increased urination sometimes. They're usually surgically removed. Ew, or treated with radiology. Ew. Ooh, gosh. Well, no, that won't be needed here. Thank goodness. I had no idea. Gosh, I've learned so much. Oh, wow. So she says he was under close observation during pre-surgery and post-surgery due to his age, and none of that was shared with me. Crazy. Oh, been through so much medical I felt that. That's what I felt. It didn't feel right. I felt traumatized, and I don't want to go back to the vet. Like, I hate it. It's a fear. And I did. I felt like I was traumatized. I know they mean well. The medical profession, usually, most of them mean well. But they're behind in a lot of ways. And a lot of what they do is not of God. And there's not a lot of people like me. I wish that we can combine what I do with some of what they do, and we would have the perfect world. Like, I don't know if somebody's mangled in a car accident, if I would be good help for that. Right? But obviously I can cure all the other stuff. Okay, so we did get a donation. Is Michelle here? I haven't seen her comment. Poor baby. Ooh, that zapped my energy too a little bit. So I'm just going to rest for a second. Oh, gosh, I don't know why this is doing that. It's being so weird. Aw, I'm so glad you were here today. I'm so sorry. I was almost not going to do this. I don't know where my head was at. It was just not. I was dealing in stuff I shouldn't have been worrying about. All right, sweet. Give me just a second. My phone's acting very, very strange. Let me do a restart, and we've got Baxter. Excuse me. Excuse me. That was a release, you guys. That was not just a burp. I was totally releasing. So disgusting. Oh my God. Like, I'm not a female who likes to burp in public. Yet I find myself doing it on camera all the time. Sorry, when I first started doing healings, I would be drenched in sweat, and it was so gross. I would literally, my clothes were drenched, and I would have to take a shower after every healing. And so as you begin, you learn to release in different ways. Aww, little Baxter buddy. It was just so weird. And at first I would take on the symptoms. So I remember healing somebody with seizures, and I literally it's horrible. So I'm glad I would rather burp at this point, but it's still a little bit like yuck. All right. I need to grab my howlite. And they're calling. I've never had this happen. Okay, Michelle? I'm starting to go into Baxter's energy, starting to call his energy through, and he needs red jasper. Okay? He needs red jasper. I got to clear the energy. I'm still feeling the other two, so let me just clear it a little bit more. I have to reground myself, they're saying. Okay. So this one's interesting. I'm having to ground into the crystal in the core of the earth. And it's almost like I'm taking back your baby. I think I see a black and white dog almost. I don't know, but he's very little standoffish. He's like, "Who are you? What do you want? What do you want? Why are you in my energy? Who are you?" Like, that's the energy I'm getting. Very like protective. Like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Almost like he's very protective, a little standoffish. I feel like he almost doesn't open up at first. He has to get to know you first. Like he'll sniff your hand very cautiously. Who is this mofo? What do they want to do? What do they want with me? He's a little hesitant, so I'm trying to get his permission. He's a little hesitant, like not a joke here. Okay, so he just like laid down for me. So I'm gonna start drawing up the light. He was definitely hesitant. He had to get to know me for a second. He's very protective. And I feel like the chills, rightfully so. So I don't know if he lived like where there's like open spaces. I don't know what's going on there, but I feel like he has to just protect sometimes. I just feel like I have to protect. So much going on, he says. There's so much going on all the time. I have to protect. It's my job. It's my job. So immediately I'm going to his heart, and it's up into my shoulder, and it hurts. It hurts. His heart's a little enlarged. Okay, don't freak out, because when I see it, it means I can heal it. If I couldn't heal it, I would tell you that right away. Okay, so just because I said something, I don't want you to be like, oh no, it's okay. We're going to heal it. But I am going right into his heart, and it is quite enlarged, and my shoulder hurts. I'm like prone to a heart attack at this point. Like he's middle-aged. His body reads about middle-aged, a little older, maybe. And draw the light more into his feet. He actually has a past life. That's the crystal connection here. I feel like he was around in the time of Egypt. Yes, they had dogs then. He has a past life connection here to you. This is very interesting. He's been with you before. I don't know if you're aware of that. He's been with you before. This dog has been with you before. He's very aware of this connection. So I'm drawing the light up into his chest. It hurts. My heart hurts. I'm literally getting pains, like what a heart attack would almost feel like. Like it hurts into my chest, into my arm. It hurts so bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a light around him. I got to draw the light up around him. And again, taking his heart into my hand. There's some enzymes in the fatty part of the heart space I need to clear out. These are not good enzymes. These are in relation to a heart attack. A little foamy at the mouth. But I'm like ready to go. Like, what is happening? I'm like, what is happening here? Like, what's happening? I'm trying to read the situation, and I'm a little bit like, what is happening? Because he doesn't see me, but he feels me. And so he's a little bit like, what? My heart, it hurts up into my throat. It's all like mucusy. There's a lot of mucusy around the heart space. I feel like this is, again, just prone to this. Geneticism. Was he in an accident before? Why do I hear like hit by a car? He's standoffish again. Hang on. He's very protective, very standoffish. I have to get permission from him. He's not as open. Like, people have to get permission from him. Oh, the chills. He's very much so like, ask me first, please. Like, are you not aware of that? Like, I may be a dog, but ask me first. Like, I am. Like, I'm a king, bitches. Ask me first. But I feel like he had to be this way. It's just his personality. I can see him as a puppy too when he was born. Same person was born with that. It's like, out of my way. It's on my milk. Ask me permission. Okay, he's allowing me in again. So I'm going to draw a light up through his legs again, into his hind parts. They're drawing me into the kidneys and liver. He's very standoffish. I have to keep, every time I go in, he's like, wait a minute. Then I have to do it again. Like almost like it's okay. I'm your friend. I'm not an enemy. So I don't know if he's had trauma. I feel like there might be some trauma here where I don't trust well. Aww. He's starting to. So I feel like I'm like petting him and petting right by his ear. He loves that. Oh. And then all of a sudden he surrendered. So he like rolled on his back and gave me his belly. So he surrendered. Okay. So now what they're having me do is like open up his chest. I'm like literally moving his ribs out of my way. I need to go in there. It is almost as if I'm doing surgery on his heart. Okay. Literally like opening up everything. There's a lot of mucusy there. There's a lot of mucus going. So you know how when we have heart failure, we get congestion in the lungs? Like this, he's in the beginning stages of all of that. So I feel like I'm a doctor. All of a sudden I'm like doing surgery. I'm like taking out the heart. I have to cleanse the lungs. I have to remove this mucus. So I'm going to remove this thick. It's like thick, almost to where you wouldn't know it's there until it's really built up. And then they call it like pneumonia. Like it's like thick mucusy from heart failure. So the heart is mucusy and it just causes our body, again, our body reacts that way. It's like I'm going to help by all of this mucus just going and it doesn't help. I have to replace the lung. What does that mean? I don't know. What does it mean is I have to take a lung out. And I have to put a light lung in there. It's too congested. It's done. But it can't do. He had a lot of mucus coming out of his nose sometimes. But yeah, I get that in his eyes. But so I see like mucus will come out of the eyes and the nose. But yeah, and I'll like drool and get mucusy in my mouth sometimes. These are all precursors. But yeah, I have to replace his lung. Okay. It's the left lung, the one closest to the heart space. The other one I can cleanse out. So it becomes like a light body. So I've actually healed like broken bones like this before. Where there's like a chunk missing and I filled it in with light. It's the best way I can describe it. So literally I'm removing the lung and I'm created a replica of a light lung. So it becomes like a light body. It has to. It's done. Before you know it, his lung would have collapsed. It would have been filled with so much mucusy. He wasn't breathing. It wouldn't have been good. Yeah, unto you go out on boy, get the uncle, yeah, uncle boy at the key, and get uncle at me. I have to go really slow. So I'm literally like rebuilding the structure of the lung. So it's an exact replica of his original lung. It's an exact blueprint. Oh, the chills. It has to be. Ngoe kiti kangu you ngui bui ai ngutoi aya goa. Yai kita kutu ngua gitu ngua angka wui dua miwia ngua ateki amua. He's scared. Yeah, but he get down go yeah go to yeah good do yeah. He has a hard time sleeping. Go yeah. He wakes a lot. I don't know if you're aware of that. He was having a hard time sleeping. He was having a hard time getting comfortable. This is why he was very scared and very standoffish. He didn't understand what was going on, but he knew it wasn't good. I have to go to his blood. So the lung is about done. I will go back, but I have to go to his blood. I have to cleanse out his blood. It's a bit toxic. If anybody ever has issues with their heart like that, they should cleanse the blood. I don't know if they do that for people or not. I have no idea, but they should. Yeah. Here you go. We get down, Koya. He's like, I can breathe. Oh, and my heart. So is there pain? There's no more pain. There's no more pain. No more pain. You go, yeah, take it until yeah. You might be hyper now. Like I'm so eager. Like wait, I don't know how to handle this. Oh my goodness. Oh, you get on, go yeah. He's so excitable. He's like I'm not saying he's this way, but you could almost call him bipolar, where one minute he's like down, the next minute he's like so excited. He's very easily triggered into the emotions. He's so cute. He's not the only dog you have. Do I have that right? I feel like he's not the only animal, at least around him. But yeah, he's like up and like so excited in the energy, like, oh my god, I feel like a kid again. There was a lot of mucus coming out of the nose, a lot of nose drainage. This was a sign. And then the eyes, and then even the mouth. This was a sign. It was a warning. If it was even noticed, I don't know. But it would be like a very mucusy nose, like always running. If you have that with the dog, I would take a look at that because it could be way more than just allergies. My paw hurts. I'm drawn to his paw. He does have quite a connection to the earth. And so I'm going back to that past life and why he needs red jasper. He doesn't feel grounded at all. He feels like a foreign invader, which is why he's like heightened. So there's something on his foot that I have to like heal. And I feel it. You know how they have like those pads? It's like right at that back pad. It hurts. So in between the pad and the toes area, you know what I mean? Like on a dog's foot, you got in between the pad, it's like really sensitive down in there. I don't know if there's a wound, if there's been a wound, or if he had like a thorn in it or something, but it hurts. Like I cut it at one point. And then I'm unblocking his chakra on his foot. Like I didn't realize I needed that until now. I don't know what he stepped on. Or ran for a long time. I don't know, but it hurt. So they're having me do something to his paws, like a crystalline chakra here. And I have to go back to his lung and just make sure it's all connecting and talking to each other. So the left and the right lung need to also work together. So I'm going to make sure I cleanse out the other one all the way and kind of almost make it crystalline so it matches better. So that's what I have to do now. So I'm cleansing out the other side and I'm upgrading it so much that it's almost crystalline as well. And his heart is back to normal size and it's beating normally. And all the enzymes and mucus is gone. He's such a cool personality, this dog. He has a hard time dealing with some of the sporadic energies. He says there's sporadic energies and I don't know how to deal with them and it's affecting me. So how do I explain this? Like heightened senses 24/7 sometimes. And I don't know how to be calm. I don't know how to feel comfortable sometimes. So I thrive for the moments where it's calm and I can just lay still and be free, like feel free, feel safe. I love adventures. Every day is an adventure for me. But he does have a hard time within the world and his environment and making sure that he feels safe at all times. That's his biggest expression. And I don't know why I'm seeing like a leather collar. I'm drawn to like the neck area and a collar. Collars hurt my neck. It hurts. I don't know if you're aware of that. But it's like any pressure on my neck right here, it actually hurts. Yeah. It hurts. It's like very easily to feel like I'm choking. So I don't know what kind of dog, but I feel like it might be genetically that way, like predisposed something. So it's like any little bit of pressure on my throat, I can't breathe. So I don't know if you use a harness, but just watch out for collars. If you have a collar on him, just make sure it's really loose and it's never pulled on. Because when it does that, I can't breathe. I really can't breathe or swallow. And it scares me. He's done for today. He says, I don't want no more. Thank you. He is very like, you better get my permission or you're not doing it. I can't reiterate that enough. He doesn't like violation of space. And this kind of can stem from like an uneasy environment. Like I feel like I can't get comfortable. I can't trust. That's how he feels right now. And that was putting a lot of stress on his heart. But that is healed. The lungs look good. He's breathing great. You might actually expel some mucus because they did cleanse the other side. So his nose might even get more runny. And then the eyes. And if that happens, it's temporary. But I would watch for those warning signs. Very mucusy dog. Okay. Dog. Like I feel like I'm coughing up mucus. Like, you know how you breathe and it's like, there was some of that. And he's picky. I'm like, what do you want to tell her? He's picky. He says, I'm picky. Sometimes I like things, sometimes I don't. So it's like giving you a one through, like maybe I like this, maybe I won't. He's very like, I really don't like anything I eat. So I feel like I don't really like anything I eat. Like, do we have to eat this again? Like, I'll put my paw on it. I like the people food. So I like the people. It tastes so much better. He's funny. I like it when you give me my food, people food, like when he can eat with you. He likes that. I feel like you may even feed him from a fork. I don't know. But he doesn't like his dog food. He's very particular. He's like, I'll eat what I gotta eat to eat, but I don't like it. I do see him like eating from a fork. That's his favorite thing. Yeah. He wants to feel like you. He wants to eat like we do. Ice cream? Have you ever given him ice cream? He's like, I want ice cream. This is so cute. Vanilla ice cream is his favorite. That's that's what he says. Vanilla ice cream with his favorite is his favorite. And then I see like a handkerchief collar. So cute. And just a quick flush in the kidneys and liver from all of those enzymes. And my heart is tired, so it does need to heal still. Just be mindful. Try to do your best to calm the energy in the environment. He needs more like repetitive structure and calm energy. This is the kind of the animal that he is. He connects to the earth quite well. He's had past lives here, especially in relation to Egyptian, and this is important, and I don't know why. It's like a similar personality from that time space playing out in this time as well. But he really does like a calm environment. He doesn't like to feel anxious. It affects his health. He loves to play like catch and like to bury treats and things. Like a digger, like I like that. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. And if I could lay in a hole in the ground, I would, because it's nice and cool. And I feel like I'm at home when I do that. I feel more connected. So red jasper will help this baby. He's a little bit in shock. It surprised the shit out of him. And so he doesn't want me to do anymore. So I'm kind of just kissing his forehead and filling him with a bubble of light and protection. Telling him thank you. Thanking him and all of them for their time and space. I feel like the other two are more familiar. This one is like, get the hell out of here. What are you doing to me? You don't have my permission. So cool. And now I feel dehydrated. So he's a bit dehydrated. So just make sure you're offering water. You can even do like a little dropper and put some water in the back of his throat. Because like my gums are like a little like swollen, and if I touch them, they don't go right back to pink. And then dental hygiene is coming up as well, but I don't have his permission at this time. But there is some like, feels a bit inflamed. So just, it happens. Towards the back side. Aww, so sweet. And then just a nice, calm, energetic flow. Like, almost like dogs have a fight or flight too, and his was activated continually. And that's not good for our health, and that might be what happened to his heart space. Some dogs are more prone to be that way. I think it's a little bit of that, but it's also his environment. Something happened. It is just very fight or flight activated. So I've turned that off. Just calming the space. So if you could allow him some calmness, make sure he's hydrated. Just keep offering that water up. nice ice cold water, like on his gums. If you rub it on there, it helps him want the water. Put a little water on their tongue, it'll also help him want the water. So he was so congested from the heart stuff, it was really hard to get absorbency of the water. He says thank you. He's quite the character. Oh boy. All right, he's done now. So I'm going to start to pull my energy back. He does not want me to do any more. I could have fixed his deal. I'm like, dude, are you sure? I tried to calm him and let him. No, we're done. She says, oh my God, Piggy is right. Ice cream is his favorite. He coughs to clear the mucus, so he was mucusy. Oh, she already knew that about the collar. I love these validations. I knew he was having heart problems, but I didn't want to take him to the vet because it's usually a waste of time. Oh, so there's 3 cats. Okay, so he did have other animals in his space. That's what he was telling me. And I knew that about his collar. And maybe that's where he gets that, like, get out of my space. Oh, so everything I said is very validated. Oh, he was in heart failure, but he'll be okay now. I'm glad actually this came up today because I don't know how much longer he would have been able to do that, but he's good. Picky is right. Ice cream is his favorite. Vanilla. I could actually see him eating it. He loves it. He's like, dog food? Don't give me damn dog food. What are you talking about, woman? That was awesome. Thank you so much for letting me in the space. You guys, I learned so much today. Oh my gosh, I learned so much on this healing today. I was right on about his personality. I love that. Aw, yeah, he was funny. He's like, get out of here. Don't touch me. Who are you? And then I'm like, it's like stroking, like stroking the energy. And he's like, oh, okay. Because he likes to sniff a hand. He couldn't see me and he was a little confused. That's so cute. Red jasper is needed for him just to help him feel in his spatial. So they can tell the earth is changing as well. They can definitely tell. And I've already called. So I don't know. You're so welcome. I've already called animals through the DNA activations. I don't know. Jacinth might remember that if she's still here. We've done those several times in the past. And that's why, generally speaking, I don't have to do that. You're so welcome. Thank you for sticking with me, Lisa, because sorry about the fear there for a second. I almost didn't do this today. I promised her I would after the 4th, and then I had some stuff going on. And so, again, I almost let that get to me, right? We have a tendency to do that. So make sure we don't do that no matter what is going on. Remember our course. We follow our heart space. And so that's why I was like, wait a minute, about face. I need to do this. So I'm so glad we did. Yep. I'm so glad we did. So tonight is also part 3 of our course. I will see those of you later too at 4:44. I look forward to that. We're going to see what comes through tonight and tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think there's too much else I have to say. I just love doing these. Animals are just like we are. They're operating systems, and we all need to understand. I feel like what I got today, the validations that I got alone, and I've learned so much. Who knew dogs get Alzheimer's? I didn't. Kidney stones? I didn't. Diabetes? I didn't. This is not anything I've ever had to deal with dogs. Tumors, yes. But so I learned a lot. I'm so grateful for this too. Yeah, and I'm glad you were here, Michelle, because your baby definitely needed that. So, and you were well aware. So the validations, and I would have known. I didn't know that. I've never met their animals. I've done one on Jacinth before, and I think on Lisa's dog. But when I channel, I don't remember. So every time I go in, it's like new, and then I'm like, oh, this is familiar, if I've done them before. But Michelle's, I've never done before, and so I really like the opportunities. Yeah, I did a lot with Goosey today. So It's amazing what we find when we go in there. You guys, this was just so amazing. So I just thank you all for being here. I'm so glad we came. We got to meet in this forum and get this done for those babies because they are our family. I'd be lost without my angel sometimes. She's the only connection I had to my DM because the new one won't come forward either. So it's like, it's emotional. So thank you guys. I will do this again in a couple months or so. I like to do these every now and then as it is. So we will just keep it going. Goosey is his nickname. Aw, so cute. They were so sweet, these fur babies today. And I'm so glad they all needed it. So take care of yourselves. Love yourselves deeply. As far as the energy goes, there's a major turnaround coming. That's what they're saying. So as far as the collective energy goes, there's a major turnaround coming. I don't know what that means. Don't know. This isn't as it. I don't know what this is. I'm like, am I getting cancer? I surely hope not. What the hell? Anyways, it's not as it. But major turnaround coming. I don't know what that means. So we will see. And I will be doing a video tomorrow as well. Okay. Thanks, you guys. I love you lots. Thank you so much for coming. Give those fur babies lots of love and extra special care. And just be mindful after a healing. They're just like people. They can purge tonight. They could be grumpy. They could be hyper. There's different symptoms that can come out from healings. Okay, so just bear with them a little bit. So much loves and blessings for you guys too. Thank you for being here. We'll see you guys next time. Hasta la vista.